developing e-commerce application. So as a first step in the EX Copilot, EX pilot, and so here is the prompt I put saying that develop the e-commerce application selling the new arrivals, separate pages for the storefront admin. Let's put this separate because it will create a React application and we don't want to mix up the both storefront and admin. Otherwise, these menus will be a little bit messed up. So that's where we put it. So then I'm asking the home category. These are the pages we need to build. And after that, then we generate the plan. It will create little more details. Now the developers can update them, update them with more information. So it looks good to me, and uh, and it will create the React application. So this is the React application, and it will have a more responsive, and so it will have all the features, right? Mobile also it can support, and so that's the right. So these AI guys are super good on the uh, so it's developing these things. This is the React code, and then the first step is to exporting them. Uh, so I export the date. Now over here, if you look into this, the original React code, and this is the one, right? So this is a one React application having a both a and the admin applications. You can see few pages on the uh, right, few pages on the these are the storefront, the products shopping, and you can select and do that, right, add to cart. So we will take this code and something is missing. So for example, right, checkout is so checkout also there. So so this so everything is here hardwired. Now we are going to use the spec kit driven development for completing this website. So we'll use this framework, and you need to install this. So this is a tool, and we'll use the first step is a constitution specify for the plan. So what we are going to do, this is a single front end application. So now we are going to using the spec kit, and we are going to right. So divide this into the two parts. Okay, so this is a storefront, and this is uh, this is the admin. So separate them. So and hardware the code. So that is this is the first prompt we are going to use it, and so the spec constitution, the first step, then is the specify, and so by executing these four information, the codex is isolated the front end, right? Isolated the front end and having a right. If you look into these instructions, it is also saying that so create a storefront admin directories, and for the markup data, put the data in the data folder. Okay, right. So data. So this is the code reorganization. Put the code in the right in these folders. Put the code in that folders. So now, as a first step, executed that all the information, then then create the spec and everything. And after completing that exercise, I deleted the spec. Okay, so I deleted the spec, and now integrating the backend. Okay, I integrate the backend. So now, if you need more workshops, and Sir can team can conduct demonstrate the workshops. So now here, next up is creating the backend API in the Spring Boot. The Spring Boot storing into the MySQL. So MySQL now next prompt, next to spec it driven to talk to this API and talk to so this one. Okay, so that is this application. So there is a one spec being created to creating the backend. So for that one, I will share this prompt, and this is one is again constitution. So we are doing the brand new. Now we'll keep the same constitution for updating it, or maybe we can, since migration is happened, we can start with that's okay. Okay. So now this is the one, then there is a specify. So by completing this the exercise, now the site is being ready. Okay, right. The site is being ready. They have a backend, and yeah, this is the MySQL, and it have a the app users. So right, there's a two users, and there is a user roles. So properly from the right, still this hardware data is there. So the first step, isolated all the hardware data over here. And yeah, so if you look into the customers, so these are the customers, and these customers are translated into the customer table. Cus- Customer table, and now we got a two sites actually. It's storefront and this one. And if you click on here, and this is the okay, right? So this is one. So now we can now onwards, right? So we can use a chat GPT, the codex to fix all this kind of the problem. Okay. Either we can chart, or we can do the right, the side menu fonts are not visible. Okay, right. So then I can say in admin sidebar, uh, sidebar menu, right, sidebar menu, I menu items, background. So background color is and should I say, we should use a color is the background color is background. Right. So now it can, yeah. So it will fix it. So now that is the, we have everything. And if you want to log into this application, right? If you want to log into this application, this is a store. I think there's a bug. So bugs will fix it actually. Right, the bugs will fix it. While since it's a two website, there will be a, so definitely bugs. So first step is that, so this is a front end, and now, and if you look into the inspect, you can see the, like you can see, there will be right in the network, this will come through the API. Yeah, so this is the collection. Now it is using the right, this is the API, and getting the information. So this is good, and okay, and this is a, yeah, right, and I use a Docker to do that, and yeah, so that will fix the admin problem, hopefully. So now it's good. So I put only two things, but now using the codex, we can So right, we can adapt. Now this is the sign in page. This is the sign in page, but where is the sign in page for the one here? Sign in to this side. So there's a little bit on the front end. This one sign in. So now we'll again. So this customer and the admin, and yeah. So the customer you can log in. Yeah. So now if you want to, yeah, okay, so you have a Google, Apple sign up, the sign in. Uh, for smaller things, you can, okay, right? So you can chart and fix it actually, or you can use a spec driven to fix it properly. Okay. Now I can say that, yeah, so the prompt I can say that, so maybe I can say, so specify, correct, the specify, um, you can go step by step, um, support to sign in, login, right, so for storefront. So yeah, so we can tell it and it can take care. Right? The backend looks okay. Let's say support, or if you think there is this right mix and match support to log in for storefront. I mean, either we can combine. So these are the things now you guys need to do. Um, okay, right? Or I can say that support login storefront and the admin. Right now we don't do use the Google sign up. If you want, you can right, you can use it. Um, so I can say that review, right? So review, right? So existing functionality and right to review existing existing. Okay, right. So login functionality and implement. Right, so we can say support login, log out also. Let's say log out, register, right? Start review existing login functionality and implement. So this is where the spec magic will come. Okay, right? The spec magic will come, and now it can take care. For the plan, we don't. So previously, the plan is very right, extensive plan we created. Now you no need to create a extensive plan, and it can take care. Okay, so now it will create a second feature. Right? So this is the first feature. So it will create the second feature. So that is the user app. So now, so though we say log in, log out, register, but it is creating as a right proper spec with the 002 user authentication. That's what it is, right? It is doing. And the third step is a uh, right. So after the plan, either we can clarify if you think there is a right. If you think there is a any questions, okay, right, questions. So this is a plan, then creating the task and the implement. But the people say that to clarify the additional command. So clarify, untrusted. So before the plan, right? So before the plan, we can ask the clarify, and it can have any questions. It can ask, right? If there is a something ambiguity, okay, still it is doing the right. It is working on the plan. So as part of this, it is creating the spec. So now, if there is any, yeah, right? If you think there is a ambiguity on like logout, so these are the stories it is creating, saying that customer registration sign in, then protected admin sign in, then reliable logout, then clear authentication on both applications. Yeah, so that's it will do. Now it is planning. So it will create the plan. So that plan have a right more information. And if we think there is some clarity, okay, right? If we have, so then we can ask the clarify. Okay. So this clarify. So I think yeah, by doing this, we stop and if there is any ambiguity. So we can clarify over here. Otherwise, most of the time we can go with the planning phase, the tasks phase actually. Before creating a task, it can do the if there's any questions, so it can clarify. Okay. So so this is the session I'm not explaining the this is not the speculative learning session. So this is the session is developing entire e-commerce application end-to-end with the end-to-end with the spec kit. Sometimes we can do the chatting also. So for example, over here and right. So over here, um, we can do the right for the admin one, right? For the admin one, yeah. So we need to, and if you don't know what is the username password to log in, and always go to, and you can in the quick start, and you can see the okay, you can see the whatever the username passwords, okay, right, you can use to log in. So if you don't have, then maybe it will tell some. Okay. So now we see that like a search on the right, these are the app users we see, right? So now there is a yeah. So in the readme it is there. So this is the username and password. Admin, you can say, right? So password. Now it is logging in as admin with this right with this information, but with this packet it will change actually. So let's see. Now it is using that. I'm using request to clarify workflow audit authentication. Please write commission optional. So it is invoking this skill and so these are the questions it have. Now, okay. So, right, only one thing like a on material ambiguity remains authentication at 30 minutes idle time balances two different on this one. Administrator, what's administrator and the ideal window. So, yeah, so which one you want to the one option A 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 8 hours. Our customers 8 hours admin 30 minutes. minutes, let's say, right? So 8-hour idle time for both those sessions only. Okay, right? And so based on the requirement, I can say 8 hour, right? 8 hour, 30 minutes maybe. So right, we'll go with the D. Uh, Recommendation by saying yes. Okay, right? Yes, the recommended. If you don't specify anything, then it will go with this B. Okay, right? So maybe I can say B. Accepted seconds, so that's what it is. Accepted, and if there's more ambiguity, otherwise it will take that. So that's where clarify is not mandatory. So it is the optional, and now with the spec, now it's creating the plan. Then in the quick start, you can see how you can read it, and you can understand how it is going to behave. So it is asking the second question now. Recommendation is B, progressive delay after failure within 20 minutes, log the account by failures, rate limit only client addresses, no authentication throttling. Okay, right in the security side, and it is recommending the option B, progressive delay after 5 failures with the you go with the B. Yeah. Signed in. Okay, right to fully isolated storefront and both sessions. I like the B. Though it recommended A, but we'll go with the B. So again, right, so this is the exercise is optional, and I think somewhere in the planning phase, it will put the needs clarification. Right, so needs a clarification. Yeah, so this is the it needs the clarification. This is GMD. Yeah, so it is a right. So these are the things it is doing. But similarly here, I did not run first time. Maybe right, you guys while doing this exercise, maybe uh, first time you can run the clarify also back and baseline, and if there is any questions, input. So this been completed, and yeah, so it's clear, resolved. So the next step is creating the tasks. Right? And so this is the task. So it will create a task, then afterwards you can implement. Yeah. So this is in the queue. So that's it, right? We stop in this one. So don't put a queue on multiple features. Go step by step. Now we are making sure the right. So the authentication is good. Then we can see right? So it will have a proper login after that. And so now either charting we can fix, right, anything. So now we can say, right, the cat, I think the category page. So we can say the spec kit driven. We can say that right, make category page work thoroughly, and write all the tabs, the filters, right, on sale underneath. All these are working, and by clicking on the right, and we can also say that yeah. So now this implement. Okay, yeah. I think it is somehow. Yeah, I think somehow it should not work. Let's put the tasks again. So by going through the plan, the data models. So this is the right, so new data model. It is putting app user having a right roles are there, customer is there, and putting some more information and yeah. Then ultimately it will create the task.md. Let's see is there any problem on that. That is thinking, working. Yes, now it is creating the task. Right, so this is a task it is creating. Now the implementation will go through now. These are the tasks it is creating. So that is the main difference, right? If we don't do for login issues, for example, and if we don't create we always should see the the task, right? So XXX means it completes. Okay. Yeah, I think some of the testing tasks are okay. Yeah, most of the tasks are completed. So it went through till here, and I did not. So we should study on the right. If something is missing, so don't start the next phase, next feature, but understand it, and now it will implement the. It will take a time, maybe 30 minutes. It will take, and it will complete the right all the tasks from here, and it will mark it as a complete. Right? It will put X. So that's it on this session, and so next session uh, we'll do on the all right. Maybe these pages we can we can fix it. It is working with the login. So it will take a time, and I'm going to stop this recording. So once this been done, I will create a second part. So it will take a time to implement. Uh, it is implementing, and so phase one is underway. The repository nodes already covered. So if something is already there, it won't do it. And phase one setup is complete. I'm moving to the backend content JSON session authentication. So that's what it is doing, and you can see, right? So it is touching more and more code. For deployments, everything will do with the so the front ends will deploy in the CloudFront, back end will deploy in the doc, right? So in the mostly in the Fargate. Yeah. So now the thing is that at release version, so it is saying that okay, yeah, it is saying that right. So this is needed the JDK 21. Let's me download it. Right. Or we can also say that do, that's okay. We are X24 mission, Windows. Is saying that so Java. After 17, the most stack was Yeah. So now it is saying that it is installed, and I think we have already. Right. So this is what I think it is expecting it to be in the environment files. As soon as 21 is there, we'll say, so this is the same one. So we can say spec implementation. We don't need it to, because we are running in the Docker, but sometimes it need to running in its sandbox. For now, that is saying none of the feature quotas are complete. Several required auth test, one absent. I'm preserving now. It is going to execute. So we need to keep eye on here. So this means it is working. It is working. Right. And maybe I will put the prompts here also. But if I put a prompts in this one, it may get confused, and so I'm not going to put it here. So raise now it got that, so it is moving. Okay, then that's it. We'll see you in the next session.